So we're going to now use Durbin-Watson statistic to test whether there is autocorrelation or not. Now this time let's figure out the residuals ourselves. We know that the residuals are already available from here when we ran the data analysis regression command, but just to be sure that you understand where those residuals come from. Okay, so we do y hat first. Y hat will be b sub 0. We computed b sub 0 right here. Okay, you can use either of these two and make that absolute reference, plus b sub 1, which is that, and make that absolute reference, times the value of x. So that gives us the y hat value. Now if you take y minus y hat, so that will be our residual. Okay, like the first residual is 0.765 as you see there, which is what we get here. Okay, now let's copy the rest of the way. Okay, and now let's do the numerator part. Here we cannot, the first cell must be blank because we don't have e sub 0. So you have to start from e sub 2. So that will be e sub 2 minus e sub 1, and you square that. So that's e sub I minus the previous e, square that. Okay, now we can copy that like that, and if you sum it, okay, that will give us the numerator. So this is that. And what about the denominator? Denominator is the sum of squares of these. So we can square each of these numbers and add them up. That will give us that. Or there is an Excel function that is called sum SQ. Sum SQ function will square each value in the range and add them up. Okay, so that gives us the denominator, and then our d is numerator divided by the denominator, gives you the Durbin-Watson statistic. So now if you use alpha of 0.05 from table E8, table E.7 gives you the d sub L and d sub U values. Okay, so here, okay, for alpha of 0.05, k is the number of x variables, which is 1. Now n starts from 15, so our n is 14. So we'll use the closest n value, which is 15. So 1.08 and 1.36. Okay. So our decision rule then is reject HO if D is less than D sub L. So here is the decision rule. Less than D sub L we reject. Greater than D sub U, do not reject. Anything in between is inconclusive. Okay, now our D is 3.094 and that is greater than 1.36. So we conclude then there is no positive autocorrelation within the residual. So our independence of residuals is validated.